As we're closing the year, it's paramount that we actually tick boxes on some of the things that should matter to us, especially when it comes to national commitments. And so in our Tech Note, we're looking to the role of multi-actor platforms in the National Development Plan 4 and its implementation. Multiple actor platforms are increasingly becoming a cornerstone of effective development planning and implementation. Now, by bringing together government institutions, bringing together private sector, civil society, development partners, and local communities, multi-actor platforms are helping breaking the silos of historically slowed progress in previous national development plans, and this is in reference to 1, 2, and 3. Their collaborative nature is now allowing collective problem-solving, shared accountability, and of course, stronger monitoring and evaluation and development outcomes at the end of any given plan. So recently, we did have the adoption of the 4th National Development Plan. This is emphasizing integrated planning and a program-based approach, which is basically the direction that government generally is taking. This is an environment in which multi-actor platforms can play a transformative role. Now, to deepen this conversation, I'm privileged to be speaking to Mr. Felix Okuruot, the Assistant Commissioner for Finance and Planning in charge of monitoring and evaluation, and this is under the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development. Good morning to you, Mr. Okuruot.
Good morning.
How is the ministry?
The Ministry of Energy is good.
Yeah,
we are really trying to push whatever we can, and we are really glad.
Okay. We're also very thankful that at least we see evidence of the push that is happening. So on that regard, Uganda recently adopted the NDP IV. We want to have a brief understanding. What are some of the highlights that make this particular one unique? What are the focus areas that the NDP IV is looking at, and what sets it apart from the 1, 2, and 3 national plans?
Thank you very much. The NDP IV really has come in quite handy. We have learned a lot from the experiences of the NDPs 1, 2, 3. And one of the key things that we are really looking at here is we've adopted the program-based approach planning and budgeting as opposed to the silo basically planning. And in this particular one, we have 18 programs that we are basically focusing on, that we are delivering on. And in those programs, we are actually strengthening the aspects of program working groups. And in those program working groups, we are generally also strengthening the other part of the technical working groups. Now, these feed into each other. The technical working groups are basically like, they are crafted around the thematic areas. So those thematic areas are the key specific areas that government needs to deliver on to lead to the bigger picture. And like you said it clearly, the NDP 3 was mainly focusing on NDP 1 and 2 was focusing on sector-wide approach planning and budgeting. But now we are looking at the higher level results. If then what? You do this, then what is the final result? So that is one of the big areas that this NDP 4 is actually looking at.
So it's also anchored on a program-based approach. In your view, how can the multi-actor platforms actually strengthen as well as accelerate the implementation of this approach?
Thank you very much. First of all, the program-based approach looks at implementation of various government programs, but with the participation of everyone. We are looking at leaving no one behind. And these multi-actor platforms basically help us in one major thing. They help us mobilize the civil society, bring on board other government agencies, civil society, and then we also have development partners that they work with. Take, for example, in the Ministry of Energy, we have the National Renewable Energy Platform. This has really been very, very critical for us. It organizes annually the National Renewable Energy Conference, which brings together different stakeholders in the different areas that they play. You know, it's like you see a football team. If you have like the 11 players, you really cannot say one player will play and complete the whole bit, but in the collaboration of different partners. So they help us in terms of co-creation. We basically co-fund, they mobilize resources, because government really cannot mobilize every resource and be able to deliver on basically single-handedly. But with these partners that we have on board, They help us also to tap into areas that will not, like now, for example, when government is implementing particular programs, there are areas where we may not be able to really to basically reach. Like now, areas of renewable energy, like clean cooking, yeah, we have those actors. There are those who are generally manufacturing those clean cooking equipment. There are those who are good to deal with the media, they popularize them. So like NREP has really helped us a lot in that. We were here recently when we had our annual review.
Yes. And
it was a very nice event. You can imagine that whole event was specifically run by them, organized by them, and then we are partners.
And it's attracting even people outside Uganda.
Yes. True. Yeah, so they played a very big role, and there is more space actually for them to play. Now, in this NDP IV, there is going to be a lot of focus on these thematic working groups. We want them to meet more regularly, like monthly, for example, and they discuss the key things affecting those particular segments. Say, for example, like if you pick out clean cooking specifically, there are specific things that need to be addressed, and we want to hear from the society, those who deal with the public all the time.
Okay.
We want to hear from the private sector players, those who are doing business in that line. What are the challenges? What are the issues? Where should government come in? What are those things that you believe government, like for us as government, like Minister of Energy, we are basically dealing mainly with policy. So we want to ensure our role as government is to create an enabling environment, very conducive for the private sector to thrive. Now, these actors help us to bring everybody on board and be able to articulate those issues which are affecting them.
Okay.
Then it gives us a chance to address them.
All right. So give us examples of the existing multi-actor platforms that are currently contributing to implementation of the National Development Plan 4.
Yes, thank you so much. Like I already stated, I will have a bit of a bias since I come from the Ministry of Energy. We are working with the National Renewable Energy Platform. It's codenamed NREP. Yes, and those people, I know there must be others also in other ministries, but this really for us have been the people that really bring together.
A game changer.
They have been a game changer, and we sit with them in the same place. They are with us in the Ministry of Energy at Amber House, and we consult a lot with them. Since they are normally in touch with the outside world more than we could be at times, we really have been able to basically to coordinate together, put up even like the annual reviews was something that was really very important. It's a time we sit back, reflect, look at what has worked, what has not worked, and then what we get solutions or propose ways. How can we do it better? Okay. Yes.
With the NREP.
Yes.
How has it actually contributed to the ministries ensuring that they do focus on their commitment and deliver on that commitment? What are some of the positives and the results and the outcomes that you have seen with the existence of this map? It's definitely been a game changer.
Yes. First of all, like the main thing is that NREP, like I said earlier, they organize that annual event.
Yeah.
In the annual event, they basically bring in people from the different worlds, including international, basically like players. So for example, like last year before this one, we were actually at Munyonyo, and they brought like different people who were dealing in matters like, for example, climate financing. It is something that is just taking root. But when we had good discussions on climate financing, as a minister now also we've taken it on very seriously, working with Minister of Finance, Minister of Water. We are now trying to take advantage of what's available. And basically, maybe just briefly for our viewers, climate financing, we are looking at these initiatives that basically we come in to do that help leverage, because the most important thing here is that we are trying to save the environment. Mother Earth has been affected for a long time.
Yeah.
Now, what are those clean initiatives that we do to enable us maintain the environment quite well? So in climate financing, you are rewarded for saving the environment. If you plant trees, if for example you adopt clean cooking, instead of relying on biomass, cutting down the trees, you adopt a method that helps you to cook clean. Okay. And through that you earn credits, and those credits are turned into finances that helps us as government to deliver more. Because when we earn money through like credit financing, we still replow that money into providing more services.
Okay. On that note, from your experience, what other challenges have you witnessed that multi-actor platforms are commonly facing, especially in doing the work of coordinating diverse actors in aligning their interests towards development goals?
Oh, thank you so much. That's actually very critical. You see, there is naturally that silo mentality. Everyone has their space and don't want anyone else to come into it. So when they come in and try to coordinate, say maybe you bring, say, Minister of Water to work together with the Minister of Energy or with the Minister of Agriculture, for example, such things, you will find that everybody will say, no, 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 this is my space and I am the one who is really what? In charge. So that silo mentality is really affecting, and it's what affected even the NDP 3, 2, and 1. People did not want to work together, and at times lose out the synergies that would come in that way. So that's one of the biggest challenges that they have. And then also sometimes the lack of synergies, a common understanding has also been something which has been really affecting both government and even their work there. And definitely there are competing demands. All this work they do calls for resources, and those resources have very alternative uses. There is so much you can do with the little that you have, and yet really they are all competing what you prioritize first and that bit. So that leads me to also another challenge that they have. I think financing would also be a big challenge, because last time I had a chance of working closely with them, and I really saw how they are trying to do the best they can to put these pieces together for us to have a very good activity. When you come and find the activity taking place well, you relax and feel like, wow, how are they doing it? But there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. Yes.
In that note, as we're closing this conversation, from the ministerial perspective, what practical solutions or policy measures are you working towards to address these challenges that you have talked about in order to then bring about effectiveness that we want to see for MAPS in delivering the National Development Plan for outcomes?
Thank you very much. As government, I must really say we are there for the people. And we, like I said earlier on also, our approach is not to leave anyone behind.
Yeah.
So we've adopted the program-based approach to planning and budgeting, which brings together all the stakeholders. In fact, the Office of the Prime Minister, which is like the coordinator of all these government programs, issued out guidelines which are supposed to direct all the lead agencies, because every program has got a lead agency. For us as Minister of Energy, we lead in 2 programs, Sustainable Energy Development Program and Sustainable Extractives Development Program. So in those areas where we are basically focusing in, we've been given guidance whereby you have the program working groups at the top, then you have a technical working group that are supposed to discuss the smaller issues. Program groups are supposed to meet quarterly, once every 3 months, but the technical working groups are supposed to meet every month. Then I would say communication, and communication. If you did whatever you're doing, however well you're doing, as long as you're not communicating with people, you're still basically left behind. So government is prioritizing that. All ministries now have a communications division, which deals with all these this coordination and works together with them. Then the co-development, basically like co-development or maybe co-sharing of the visions. You know, if you are to collaborate, you need to understand each other's vision and see areas of synergies and where you can basically go. Then regular engagements. Now, like these engagements here that we're having like this with you people is really something that is really good. And then basically collective resource mobilization is very important. This is both human resource and finances. I think that is an area where really we shall do well.
All right. Mr. Okrut, your closing remarks and call to action? Yeah,
thank you so much. Just as a closing remark, I think the NDP IV offers us a golden opportunity to deliver this country to what we basically like been dreaming about, to have that change that we are looking for. And the different mechanisms that have been put together, different programs that have been crafted are all meant to do. But it will not happen if we continue working alone. So we need to work together. It's basically a collective action that will take us where we want to be.
All right. Mr. Felix Okrut, Assistant Commissioner, Finance and Planning. This is under the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for the efforts that are being steered to ensure that at least the National Development Plan 4 is actually a journey that is strengthening collaboration across sectors that will be critical. Multi-actor platforms are offering a platform and a powerful mechanism mechanism to unite stakeholders, harmonize efforts, as well as deliver results that are inclusive and sustainable. Now, these insights shared today are highlighting the potential of MAPS in causing the transformation that we want to see in the National Development Plan.